Not all, just some. One of the funniest human beings I've ever known is a family friend. She would do crazy and nutty things that apparently dated back to her teen years. She was a given fixture in my life. She spent most of her adult life in Los Angeles. This is a woman who is so funny and practical. She does practical jokes. She doesn't just do jokes for no reason. She does practical jokes. Her house wasn't selling. It's on the market and off the market and on the market and off the market. She's had a bunch of Buddhist monks come swim in her pool. I'm making it sound like it's a fancy house. It's not. It's lovely. But it could be in Des Moines. It could be in Kansas City. It could be in Scarsdale. When I visited her many moons ago, I asked if I could see the famous maid uniform. Now, what am I talking about? Well, her house wasn't selling when it was on the market. And so she dressed in a maid's uniform so that at the open house she could be cleaning and ask people, like, what do you think? Not enough light? So what's the problem? Too many windows? What do you think? Is it where it is on the block? So that she didn't look like the owner. So when I asked to see the maid's uniform, she went through drawers trying to find the one. Not a maid's uniform. She had a bunch of them. So she was going through drawers and closets and saying, oh, here's one I love. I love this one. Oh, look, here's another one. She had a ton of maid's uniforms. This is the kind of thing that she was famous for doing. She was also famous when people started carrying cell phones. She was just not down with that program. So she carried a phone receiver with her from home with the cord going into her bag. And since people would be talking on the phone at the grocery store, she would talk to herself and say, gosh, I wonder how many oranges I'm going to get. Ooh, those grapefruits sure look good. I wonder if they have green apples and red apples. And I asked if people loved it, and she said, no, people hated it. I think this is the best thing. I could tell many stories about her. Someone was wearing a mantilla, and she said to someone, that's mantilla to you. So for decades, I will say tortilla or tortilla because of this exceptionally funny person whose radiant glow I've been able to bask in and yet unable to shine forth myself. I'm like a dead orb encircling her gravitational pull. I can't really do it in astronomic terms, but, tortilla. Try it. See if people think it's funny. They probably won't.